Hello, Cancer, and welcome to your soulmate reading. This is for Cancer. If this resonates with you, Cancer, please like, share, and subscribe. Leave me a comment. I would greatly appreciate it. If this does not resonate with you at all, Cancer, please do check your moon, your rising, and your Venus sign, as this will not resonate with every Cancer out there. Cross watchers, please keep in mind some of the energies can be vice versa, interchangeable, so however it resonates with you. This is for Cancer. This is for Cancer. What does Cancer need to know? Ooh. Trouble because of a lack of decision. Okay. So you've went cold towards this individual, and this apology that is coming to you, you're going to be like, okay, what do I do about this? Well, there's going to be an even more generous offer after this apology, because it's going to make you freeze up. All right, you being mysterious, maybe not reacting right away to this apology, giving yourself time to think is probably your best bet, because they're going to wait for your answer. And as they're waiting, they're going to get nervous. And they're going to produce something grander to give to you. In fact, I'm seeing someone begging here. I'm seeing somebody begging. So the grand gesture might be them, please, Cancer, take me back. All right. So that's interesting. Boy, you are pissed. All right. Before we get deep into the situation, for those of you that are interested in private readings, you can visit secrettarot.com for more information, and I'll leave the link in the description and also pinned in the comments. Yeah, I think we're booking into the end of July. But if you're interested, let us know and I'll leave the links for you. Okay, so you have embraced this type of energy, right? Queen of Swords, cold as ice. And there hasn't been a whole lot of communication. They've been waiting to see what you're going to do, and you ain't doing nothing. So you being cool, calm, and collected, you using your intuition, you being mysterious and secretive, that's driving them up the wall. You being cold as ice was your best move. So in their mind, they think you're probably moving on to bigger and better things. And you probably are. And this could possibly, make them jealous, like they have, the audacity to be jealous. But we have the Ace of Pentacles here. This could be their way of trying to hinder you or block you from a blessing that's entering your life. So don't forget that. Okay. Also, this is going to be the grander gesture that I was talking about. Okay. So, Ace of Pentacles here. You being a mystery is causing them to wonder. And you possibly opening up the door to other options is going to get them to act a little. They may, get a little there. It's going to cause jealousy, whether you're actually doing it or not, because you've kind of disappeared. You've went cold and you're a mystery now, and they're having a hard time figuring out what you're doing. They're wondering, does Cancer have other options here? And sadly, this person, you see them as a liar, cheater, so possibly they've always had other options. So the audacity for them to get upset. You know what I'm saying? That's the vibe that I'm getting. 7 of Cups here. So their ego and their pride, they never really thought you would walk away and stay away, but you did. And they've been waiting to see, like, if you would come back, and you didn't, to fix things. So the tables have turned, and this is a balancing of karma and those scales there. So it's kind of like what's good for the goose is good for the gander. You know what I mean? I don't know where that saying comes from, but whatever, let's move on. Knight of Cups here. Here is the apology heard around the world, and they're going to make sure that you see it. I feel like it's more of they have to type it. So maybe a text, maybe an email, maybe a fake account. They're going to get a written or a typed apology to you. Okay, and they're gonna say, you know, what they think they need to say, what they want to say, all the things. And this is going to set you back for a minute. Okay, and you're gonna be like, okay, what do I do here? Because a lot of you are moving on to other things, and this is going to stress you out because you think, you know, they're here to steal your blessing. That is another person, to hinder you, to stop you. And so you're gonna get in your head, you're gonna get a little bit anxious and worried about this. 9 of Swords. They've already been anxious and worried because they don't know where you are, what you're doing, or who you're doing it with. You've got a really good cutoff game, but they're going to figure out a way to get a message to you, and then they wait. And then they wait for your answer. They've been waiting for you to, like, reach out to them. You're not doing that. That's the best thing that you could have ever done, because now they're getting crazy. So, like I said, 7 of Swords. This is how you see them. Just a vampire, just a parasite, just the stealer of your energy and your blessings, and you're very worried, especially for those that are moving on to new energy, that they're going to try to ruin everything. And they are. You are correct. 7 of Swords here, because they're going to start, they will fight for this. They're jealous hearted. They're going to come back around and maybe, you know, cause a scene here. So we've got the 5 of Wands. So what to do? There was always a lack of decision to, like, fully commit to the situation on this person's part. And so I feel like you got sick of that and you cut them off and you made that decision for them. I always feel like I say that to you. 2 of Wands. The positive in this is you're using your intuition now, your God-given Cancerian intuition. And you're the one that is mysterious. You're the one that they're not sure what's happening. And, you know, maybe you're the one that's got some things going on behind the scenes. And that's what they're wondering about, and that's why they're going so crazy. So there's a balancing here. Now, we're starting off with this apology. I shouldn't say heard around the world. I should say read around the world, because it feels more typed. Now, whether, you know, like I said, there's a variety of ways they can get this to you. And they will. But I feel like you are going to not take your time in responding. Did I say that to you? Like, you have the right to remain silent. I feel like I said you have the right to remain silent in one of these readings. But anyway, so the gesture, it starts off as an emotional apology, but then it gets grander. Okay. It gets grander. There's a bigger offering to you to get your attention. If they have to beg, they will. Because I see someone begging. Now, previously, before you came to these realization, Cancers, that was you. Being strung along, waiting for a decision to be made. Please give me attention. Now it's them. And this is how the scales are balanced. Please clarify the Six of Pentacles for Cancer. I don't think they're going to be happy with your decision that you make. Some of you just may keep going on towards this something new, something better. Others of you may see a change in this person, and the change is the relationship isn't broken anymore. At the end of the day, you are clearly in charge here. We got the Three of Swords. We got the Death card. You could be dealing with a Scorpio. So some of you are going to let an ending be an ending. Others of you are going to allow the transformation to happen. But I think the majority of you are going to let an ending be an ending, and they're just going to have to continue to miss you for the rest of their life. But up to you at the end of the day. Definitely a very karmic tie you have with this particular soulmate. All right, Cancer, that is what's going on. I hope that resonates with some of you, most of you, all of you. Like I said at the beginning of the video, you can now follow me on all the socials. I'll leave those links in the description box. You can also, like I said at the beginning, if you're interested in a private reading, you can visit secrettarot.com. I'll leave the link in the description and also pinned in the comments. You guys have a beautiful day and a great week, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care and God bless.